Pickaxe.
Welcome to Cast Party's 3-year anniversary month, and we are celebrating 3 years of Cast Party in style. To mark this special occasion, we have launched our brand new anniversary merch line that you won't want to miss, with designs like the official Sweat with Jett workout line, Sebastian's Get Stoked official band merch, and bringing back old favorites from the vault like the Matthias' University Crest sweater, and so much more. Castparty.shop. Our merch store will only be open during the month of November, so grab yours while you can. Castparty.shop. Everyone who buys merch within the first week of anniversary month will be entered for a chance to win a holiday advent calendar from Fanroll Dice, an $80 value featuring an exclusive set of holiday-themed inclusion dice, 2 full sets of assorted dice, 1 exclusive mini set of dice, 1 exclusive metal D20, and a Fanroll dice bag to carry all of your loot. Again, that's castparty.shop to snag your goodies now while you still can. Thank you all so much for 3 years of Cast Party. We hope you enjoy this free look at our exclusive Patreon series, The After Party, where we get together and run hilarious monthly one-shots for you all to enjoy. If you like what you hear, consider supporting your favorite D&D podcast at patreon.com/castparty to gain access to hours upon hours of bonus one-shots in our backlog, behind-the-scenes hangouts, and so much more. Patreon.com/castparty. Let's celebrate anniversary month. Hang out with us in the Discord, patreon.com/castparty. Thank you all so much for listening. Enjoy the after party.
Hello everyone and welcome to Cast Party Anniversary Month. Cast Party has been running for 3 years now. Because of that, we have our merch store open for the month of November. Go check out the show notes and grab yourself some new awesome threads. In addition to that, all month long, you'll be getting our bonus Patreon content for free. And right now, we're going to be running the After Party. We are finally doing the long-awaited one-shot of the plot of Through the Realms of Myria, the movie the cast was filming when they first were transported to Fendrea. The players will not be playing their normal characters today, but rather individuals from the movie themselves. We're going to be playing this as if this was a real adventure happening to real people, and we will meet those characters in just a moment, but first, we must set the scene. Action. Darkness turns to light as you see the camera flying through large clouds that obstruct its view. Cloud after cloud disperses as the camera pulls out of these skies and downwards towards the ground. It's night, there's this forested landscape, and we zoom in to this rowdy village. The building just dark shapes in the night. They're just illuminated by hundreds of small flames that come into focus. And then we cut to outside a local tavern. The double doors swing open as a drunken man is thrown out by 2 hulking individuals in green garments. The camera makes its way inside the newly opened doors as loud laughter and music can be heard. The camera sways from patron to patron as we see people drinking, some people getting angry and shouting at each other, some gamblers playing cards. As the camera makes its way to the back of the tavern where an elven man is speaking to a woman. They're very close to each other and there's obvious romantic tension as an older human man can be seen whispering in this elf's ear. His eyes widen and he excuses himself as he rushes out of the tavern. The camera cuts outside where we see the double doors once again open, and he walks with purpose and quickly towards a darker side of the village. The camera continually looks out from dark alley to dark alley, seeing the man walk past in the barely lit streets of the village, as we see a dark figure in one of the alleys. The camera cuts quicken as we see the man being followed behind by this figure. The man, seemingly oblivious, moves towards a nearby house and takes a deep breath and raises his hand to pound on the door. The camera jolts to show the shadowy figure behind, smiling with teeth of gold. He grabs the man by the mouth to quell his screams and stabs him into his right leg, severing a tendon. The camera then shows high-up view of the village, showing the figure carrying the man further into the outskirts. As the camera pans upwards, it shows a large willow tree covered in magical lights, hanging overhead a whimsically shaped building with this large circular window. The camera pans away into the darkness of the night, showing the surrounding landscape. As we turn from night to day, the camera continues in a circular motion as the sun brings down light upon the forest and nearby mountains until it completes its full rotation, landing once again upon the village, now covered in char and ash. The remnants of buildings smoldering and the willow tree ablaze, sending a pillar of smoke into the sky. The camera cuts and we see the insides of a large great hall. A king sits at a central table atop a dais as there are nobles mingling around. It's a celebration. There's music, some synchronized dances, a feast of different foods. This central table is just the king. The party looks to be lighthearted and fun, but there are a bunch of different guards around the room. One of which the camera pans close to their face. This guard is closest to the king, standing with a hammer at his side, a small medallion on his chest with the insignia of a crown atop a hill. Vince. Who does the camera see?
You see a tall male standing there with short hair, and he's got like a rugged beard, wearing large chainmail. He has a large shield on his back, and you can see in his hand that he is carrying a large warhammer as well. And he likes to go by the name Booker.
Booker, this party continues around you. You're watching different people while standing off to the side. The last dance finishes up and the king claps, cheers as the dance floor opens up to more like leisurely dancing. King finishes the cup of wine he was drinking and ushers over a nearby server, and he grabs 2 glasses. Thanks her, she walks off to the other guests. He gets up from this throne, both glasses in hand, and moves towards you, Booker. He reaches out a glass to you. Done with this for today. We must speak. As he starts walking to a nearby door behind your post.
Aye. And he grabs the other glass.
He walks out onto an outdoor walkway that leads from the current room you are in to what you know to be his private chambers, completely separate tower, being able to overlook the city from here. He stops at this walkway and looks over the landscape. You're going to want to drink up, cousin.
And why might that be?
Sending you on a personal mission tomorrow, along with one of our mages, Doran. He has insisted he goes along.
Doran again? Why?
You've worked with Doran some time, but you don't know everything about him, and there's something you must know if you're going to do this. He has ancestral blood of the first people of Morngate. Before they were taken over by the new royal family, he wants to take down Morngate as much as we do and reestablish the peace from the times of his ancestors.
Well, cousin, if this is what you ask, I shall do it for you.
Our scouts have discovered Morngate still plans on trying to overthrow us, though their army has been weakened by our raiding of their farms and supply carts. They have moved to external measures. They have hired one of the Soulless, though we do not know what for. All we know is this dark mage is moving towards Harmstead. You are to reach Harmstead, find the mage, figure out what Morngate's plan is, and stop it. You leave here at dawn.
Is there anything I should know of this mage?
Being part of the Soulless, we just don't know what he's capable of. If Morngate continues this assault on us, Kingsford will burn, will be charcoal, ash.
If it is what must be done, it shall be done.
He hands you his glass of wine. Drink up, find yourself a lad or lass who wants to spend the night with a knight, and enjoy yourself. In the morning, your horse will be ready at the stables.
Now you speak my language. Chugs the one glass and throws it, and chugs the other and throws it out the window.
As the camera cuts to Booker atop a horse, riding alongside a man in wizard robes, also on a horse. As they come to a large cliff overlooking a mountain, they see Harmstead in the distance, ablaze, with a tower of smoke leading into the sky. The camera cuts again to a beautifully green area of lush forest. Trees high into the sky, their trunks wide enough to resemble skyscrapers. Colorful birds fly through these narrow spaces between tree trunks, as elven men and women make their way through small paths. They tend to wear thin clothing, adorn themselves with flowers, branches, or antlers, They make these small wooden huts on the forest floor. The camera snakes through these thin pathways and lands upon an area where a small stream trickles through an opening where there's a bunch of elves kneeling, listening to the water and meditating. We see there is a leader facing the others, likely teaching the others in the way of meditation. There's stillness in most everyone as the camera pans down the line until you see one individual who is struggling to calm themselves. This individual sticks out with their blue hair. Anna, who do we see?
A very regal-looking elf, despite the long teal curls and crown of simple flowers. A long, multi-tiered yellow dress with long, drapey sleeves and very minimal brown leather armor. A long, braided wooden staff is on the ground next to her, and a wooden shield. Small, round wooden shield is on her back. She has perfect posture, set very perfectly, but her face just keeps twitching with her eyes closed.
You're trying to meditate along with the others. This class was to help you dream and find your future path as you grow older. You've always had this difficulty with meditation compared to the others in these classes, specifically with dreams. As the class wraps up, you see the leader comes towards you. Struggling again, Ashera.
Yes, quite a bit too many things to think about right now.
You are given a special struggle. Most of the elves here have 2 elven parents born and raised in the Elderwood forests. When your father left the forest and I heard he had found himself an elven partner not from the Elderwood, I was shocked. But look what his leaving has caused. You to be dropped here upon our doorstep and to learn the ways of our people. I know you never truly met your mother, but her dropping you off here shows that she cared about your father and his wishes.
Yes, I'm sure that this is exactly what they both wanted for me.
I know you may not see it as special now, but you will. Now let's try again, just the 2 of us. I want you to think of your mother. Whatever that means to you, really focus on her being and see. She may be the one to lead you in this dream.
Right. Okay. Ashera will close her eyes, and she just imagines the moon.
The leader leads you to meditate and try to dream. You spend some time listening to the calming brook around you and thinking about the moon and how it might relate to whatever being brought you into the world. As you start to see things inside your mind, the camera sees your face as it winces and eyes blink even though they're closed. We see flashes of different scenes. A blue-haired elven woman fighting alongside a human man with a staff, this ornate knotted wooden staff he's using to quell an army of skeletal beings with golden teeth. Then there's a flash of this human man being killed by a shadowy figure while the blue-haired woman grabs the staff. A flash of the same woman placing the staff inside what looks to be a large tomb, and then a flash of the crest on the tomb. It looks like a maple tree encircled by thorny vines. Then there's a flash of her locking a door with a large golden key. And finally, her handing this golden key to a young elven woman, dark brown eyes and purple hair. She sits outside a small house covered by a willow tree with a large circular window behind her. And the camera cuts once more. We see a small group of humans eating some charred meat around a campfire. They're all wearing chainmail with a small medallion with a crown atop a hill on their armor, drinking and laughing. They're not wearing any of their armor or weapons. They have a small cart with them that is currently unhitched from a horse. And on the cart looks to be a large chest, but also a small leather scroll case. The camera pans around this small campfire until it lands upon someone not a part of this group, a small kobold. Ryan and Nigel, which of you is this, and how are you distracting these 3 soldiers for the other?
I think it would be me. I'm pretty loud anyway. I'm rocking some scale mail that might be made from one of my siblings. It's clanking around like I'm making myself known. I've got golden scales, 2 little tiny horns that really don't seem to do much. Like they're really small, stubby. As I'm walking up, I'm chewing on what looks like a bone, but is actually just made of wood. Right. Everybody over here. Let's see. Who's got my next meal? I found something good out there and I can bring you to it, but I want to see something for it in return.
These 3 soldiers look up to you. They're obviously currently eating. You see this guy? What are you doing here, small fry? The camera pans over to the nearby trees, and we see another small kobold sneaking up to the small wagon and grab the scroll case. Ryan, would you like to describe what we see?
Very similar in stature to the other kobold distracting the guards. A greenish, yellowish little kobold with 2 teeth on the bottom that protrude almost like straight out. He's got a little pink nose with a little hoop earring in it. 2 very small horns that pop out of a leather pilot's hat, like those old school leather pilot's hat that have the little ear muffs coming down too, as well as a leather fur-lined jacket with big puffs of white fur over the shoulders, and a small, well, not to him, chicken crawling next to him by the cart.
You grab this scroll case and start sneaking out of the area as you step on a twig and it snaps. And for a moment, guards are distracted. They quickly look over at you while you're sneaking away and yell, "Hey!" as the camera follows both of you and you're being chased by these 3 guards, scroll in hand, running wildly through the nearby forest. Camera shows one by one the guards tripping or struggling to get back up. One goes running for the horse, but the horse gets away, struggling for their weapons. And we see that both of you are able to rush far enough into the forest away from those chasing you, until we jump to another shot of the 2 of you sitting close together and opening the scroll case. And you reveal what looks to be a map with a marking in a swamp with a large X on it. And in the corner of this page is a symbol, a maple tree with thorny vines encircling it. There is a brief moment of rejoice as the camera sees your nostrils start to sniff something in the air.
You did a real good job distracting all those people.
Oh, and you did a mighty fine job grabbing this stuff. We hit it real big, didn't we? What do we have here?
I don't know. It's a little piece of paper with a little symbol on it. I stuck it into chicken in his little pack. There's a tree on it, but I can't read anything else.
I'm not really sure what we're looking at, but I'm sure glad we've got it, didn't we, boy? We've got these boys, didn't we?
Oh, wait. Do you smell that?
Whoa, that smells good.
There's something nice.
Where's the smell coming from?
Smells relatively close. Definitely smells like burning.
All right. Sounds like we've got a barbecue.
Just like Mom used to make. Nice and burnt.
You want to put that there map away into the chicken, and let's go take a little look, see what's on the menu?
I told you countless times this is saucy. She's just chicken.
I know. I just put it in the pack.
Oh, yeah. Slip it right in the pack.
Right, put it in the chicken. That's what Mom always used to say.
You both rush towards the smell and you exit the tree line and you see a nearby village covered in ash and fire with this pillar of smoke heading into the air. As the camera cuts and we see Booker riding atop his horse, followed closely by the wizard Doran. You enter the village you saw from the mountains. You can see that there is this destruction all over, embers smoldering on the ground mostly at this point. This entire village is destroyed. Ash and char everywhere. Very few buildings have anything left standing to them. There's some walls here and there, but that's it. Numerous burnt bodies around the area, many just bones at this point. The only thing you see still burning is the willow tree far into the village.
Booker will just get down and kind of examine things a little bit, see the environment a little bit more. Make sure nothing like super fishy is about.
Doran follows you, jumps off the horse, leads the horse into the village. You're taking things slow, looking about. You're seeing lots of death, lots of destruction. It looks like this is all very recent. Must have happened in the past few hours. You saw it still ablaze when you were able to see from the cliff, but it took you some time to get down here, and now it's much more smolders. Just at that moment, you see the one thing of color that is not just black and red, and you see a woman standing near the willow tree with teal hair.
Dorn, what do you make of this?
I don't know. Should talk to her. She doesn't seem to be burnt. This is a tragedy.
I don't do the talking. You do. Shove them forward. Get on with it.
Okay. Excuse me. Are you okay?
What do I know of this burning willow?
You saw these flashes. The dream teacher told you to follow your instinct, and you determined where this willow tree and this place was with this circular window. And this is when you arrive. You've never been here before. The flashes you've seen, you didn't expect this to be burnt and ash.
What?
Are you okay? You didn't do this, right?
I'm fine. I've just arrived. I don't know what happened. Do you live here? Do you know this place?
No, we were looking for someone, and he was not a good man, and I'm afraid that he has caused this.
Is he a fiery sword?
Don't really know much about him, and it's kind of complicated. It's potentially high treason.
As the two kobolds come out of the forest, a few people talking near this burning tree.
What do you think? Should we, go see them, or should we just leave?
I mean, I don't know if we need to leave necessarily. I think we can just kind of wait it out and see if they're bad people. I don't like when Saucy gets too close to fire and stuff.
Well, I can't say I've been unhappy with the way she smells when she gets near the fire.
That's the problem.
That's always how it goes, Can't help but wanting to eat your friends.
We could sneak up and get a little closer.
That's a good idea.
Maybe you at the back because you're so clinky.
Okay. Call back to episode 3 real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, both of you roll me stealth.
11.
5.
Ashera, as you and Doran are talking.
You hear that, right?
Yes. I will slowly turn my head and just stare at them.
Booker, protection, please.
What do we have here?
It's just a couple of little things.
Who knows if they did this themselves? Get over here.
You think we could do something like this? It's actually kind of nice of you to say.
Shh, they're gonna hear us. I'm walking up with my shield in front of my face, looking around the edge.
Do you not know how to use a flint and steel?
What's that?
To start a fire?
We had a couple of friends named that.
Oh yeah, it's the other and couple that we had back home.
I don't think we ever used them.
So, you've nothing to do with this?
No, we just smell something cooking.
Guess you could call it that.
As you're speaking, you start to hear a loud banging sound coming from the nearby burnt down cottage.
Someone needs help!
Doran, we go.
It's just rubble. What banging could there be?
Doran, we check it out now.
I quickly cast guidance on Booker. Let the forest guide you.
Booker, there's a chest here?
Starts moving some of the rubble.
But it's big.
Is that all?
And then there's another loud banging as you move closer.
I will go up and assist him in lifting a bunch of it off and trying to see if there's any way of opening that chest.
As soon as you lift a big piece of this rubble off, you see the chest opens on its own as there's a elven man in the chest.
Oh my god. Oh, thank you. Hello. Can you help me out of this thing?
My name's Delville. I got attacked last night by some guy with these weird teeth. I can't walk. Come on, help me out of here.
You have nothing on you.
Close.
If you make any sudden movements, I will shut you back in there.
Are you alright? How did you get in there?
There's this guy. He was here for my mom. He attacked me as I left the tavern last night and severed my tendon and used me to get to her.
I'm gonna examine him and try to figure out how hurt he is.
It looks like it's pretty bad. He's not in danger of dying, but he can't walk right now.
I give him a quick first-level healing word.
Stitches up the lower part of his leg where that tendon was severed, able to put a little bit more weight on it. Thanks. You actually remind me of my mom.
Why?
Not that you're old enough to be my, just she does stuff like this. Are you from Elderwood?
Yes.
She was too.
Hey, I don't mean to be a bit of a bearer of bad news, but if your mama was here, she's probably cooked.
I actually don't think so.
Oh, that's good.
He used me to get to her. She gave herself up in chains once he threatened my life. And then he threw me in here, and I guess he burnt it down after, but he wanted her alive.
All right, then. We know she's alive. What is her significance to him?
So my mom, her name's Eloise. She's powerful. She was once a priest of the Elderwood Forest, but she left to expand upon her powers. She made some questionable choices along the way, but was never a bad person. We've all done it. She has powers most would never be able to understand, but she can't access them herself. Her body's like a beacon, a pathway for power to flow through. She was trying to stay safe here, and I'm not sure how this guy discovered where she was or how he knows of her powers, but he said he needed her to change all of Myria.
Do I know anything about an Eloise?
You do not recognize the name.
How long ago did she leave Elderwood?
Decades. Long time ago. Before she even had me, I've never been to Elderwood.
What did this guy look like? How are his teeth weird?
All golden teeth.
Go on.
I think it's something called the soulless. They do that. They change their teeth out for gold.
I look at the others. Are we going into danger?
We're just hungry.
You see, he pulls out a large golden key. And this key, Ashera, is the key that you saw being handed to a woman with purple hair underneath this same willow.
Oh, I'll take that.
Whatever it goes to is probably burnt down, so sure.
Right, Elderwood business.
We were actually looking for one of the soulless, and if this man was here last night, it must be the one that the king wants us to track down, Booker.
Does it sound like the one that he explained?
It's good enough for me, and if he was here yesterday and we knew he was going to Harmstead...
Aye. Well, I suppose we try to pick up his tracks?
Think that might be hard in all of the ash. What is this key you have? You seem to know it.
I saw it in a vision. I don't know what it goes to, I just know it's important.
Do you have lots of visions? You seem to be confused about the gold teeth as well.
No, that seems to be a bit of a new thing. I'm learning.
Okay, what else have you seen? Maybe it's all connected.
A symbol of a maple tree surrounded in thorns?
Maple tree surrounded in thorns? I don't think I've seen this before.
And someone who may have been my mother?
Do you think we should show them the picture that was on our other picture?
Is that what a maple tree is?
I don't know what makes it a maple tree, but it looked like a tree.
Yeah, maybe they've got some snacks.
Could lead to something.
Hey, everyone here, I know that we're in the middle of a thing, but if you've got snacks, we might have some information, maybe.
Snacks? Sure, I have some apricot jerky?
That'll do.
I don't know what type of animal that is, but I'll take it.
Oh, it's not... Okay.
Pull the map out of the chicken, and I just start chewing on the jerky.
I'll rip off a little piece and hold it in my palm for Saucy. My chicken.
Saucy the chicken.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Doran. Nice to meet you.
I'm Saucy and Chicken.
You're saucy and chicken.
Me too.
Saucy.
Saucy and chicken and saucy and chicken.
Precisely.
We are Saucy and Chicken. That's it. And that's Saucy, the chicken.
But one of you is saucy and one of you is chicken.
Maybe.
We never really knew. Mom just called us Saucy and Chicken, and we never figured it out.
We've been together for our whole life, so we don't know which one's which.
So you're brothers.
Maybe.
What do you call each other?
Saucy and Chicken.
Sometimes I branch out and I say, you.
And what of the feathery one?
That's Saucy.
Saucy the chicken.
Saucy the chicken.
Yeah. Well, obviously, he's a chicken. Can you believe this, man? He's never seen a chicken.
I know. If you say it fast enough, you can kind of like get rid of the and, so it's like Saucy and Chicken. Saucy and Chicken. So it flows a little better.
Sauce a chicken?
Don't sauce the chicken, please.
Doran grabs the map and brings it over to Ashera.
Is this the symbol you have found?
Yes, that's it. That's it. Where is this? Is this a swamp?
Looks like it.
Do we know where this is?
I could follow a map.
We should go.
Booker, I think this is fate. We all end up here right at this time. We have an elven woman who is seeing dreams for the first time, and then the symbol shows up, and we come here during the Soulless, and it sounds like whatever thing is happening is much worse than what we initially thought. And if we can figure out why they need this woman here who had the key to whatever this X is, it seems pretty important.
Are you asking she comes along?
I insist I come along.
I think we all go. That's 2 against 1.
I'll put a vote in.
Oh, now you all think you're part of the group, do you?
I hope so. They brought the map. Don't you want to see what's at the end of the map?
You wouldn't know where to go if you didn't bring the map.
What are your skills, Saucy and Chicken?
Which one?
Saucy and Chicken.
You gotta be a little more descriptive.
I think she means you.
Oh, okay. I have Saucy, the chicken, and I'm pretty good at tracking stuff down.
Oh, wonderful.
I like shooting stuff.
So you can help us with this map?
I could certainly try.
Okay, right. And you, Saucy and Chicken?
I mostly just ask my mom to do things, and she does them, and it's very cool.
You ask your mum to do things?
Yeah.
So now we have another one joining the group. Where is she now?
Yeah, she's everywhere. Like, she's right over here, she's right over there, she can do this, she can do that. Look, I can do this. And I'll cast invisibility, I guess.
What?
See, look at that.
Thanks, Mom.
What, are you still there?
I'm right here. And I'll punch you in the shins.
I will kick in the area that just punched me.
You missed me. Ha 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 ha. See, this is what my mom can do. I ask her for things and she does it for us.
Oh, you little...
See, and now we're all getting along.
Well, good luck finding your mom. I hope that you can do it.
If you find her, in the meantime, I know you're going after that guy who took her, so if you bring her back, that'd actually be really cool.
That seems like a lot on our plate. We already have one thing that we have to do. Are we supposed to add another thing?
Where are you going from here, Delville?
Right now, I'm not too sure. I'm gonna leave a note, no matter what, here. This was her cottage, and I'm gonna stay here at night, at least. Clean up, gather anything I can use.
All right.
And we're off.
As Doran starts heading out of the village, we see the camera flashes to some high aerial shots of the group of you walking across different terrains, leaving the burnt village of Harmstead, moving through nearby forest, walking through open plains, before descending into more swampy and wet marshes. All the while, Saucy and Chicken is following the map into the swamplands. After much travel, you find yourself looking at a partially sunken in ruins. The ruins are made of white stone that have started to shift and crack. It has a simple entrance that has no door and leads into the ruins. Above the doorway is the insignia with the maple tree and the circle of thorny vines around it.
There we go.
That's the picture, right?
Yes.
I can't believe they turned something from a picture into real life.
That's crazy.
want to know what's extra crazy, probably what's inside. Booker, are you okay? Taking lead?
You know I always do.
Force guide you again, of course. Cast guidance.
Booker, you enter through this open doorway. You see it's wet and slick. You take some time going down these damp stairs, entering what looks to be the inside of an old temple. Room looks to be a large open worship room that has been destroyed by decades of no upkeep as it sinks into the swamp. Some of these columns hold up the roof, but a few of them have collapsed and sunken in, more dirt and water from above being allowed into the building. The water is about half a foot deep here, just enough to get your feet wet as you walk and slosh into the room. At the end of this room is a large ornate door with a golden lock on it. Ashera, you immediately recognize this door from one of your vision flashes, and this is the lock your key goes to.
That's it.
What?
That's the door for the key.
Oh, the big key.
Yes.
Well, throw it here.
Well, is it trapped?
Ah, traps. Never been affected by one in my entire life. Today's not going to be the first day.
Are you not an adventurer?
He's actually a guard for the king. But they're cousins.
Oh.
I'm plenty an adventurer. Look at me.
So you don't actually go out and do things then?
I've done plenty. I've done so many unspeakable things I can't even speak them.
Who are you a guard for?
For very many important rich folk.
His name is King Edmund of Kingsford.
And others.
Has he ever actually been attacked?
Oh, more than I can count on two hands.
There was that one poison attempt.
What did you as a guard do for a poison attempt?
Very physical things.
He did help carry out the body of the wine taster.
Using my muscles.
Great.
While this is all happening, can Saucy and Chicken just be walking over and like taking the key and walking to the door to
just together? Like I have the loop and he has the big old key end. Slot it in.
You start walking through this temple as there's this chatting happening. Between you all is about 100 foot of this open flooded floor and a few columns, and then there's a couple of statues of different elven people. And as Saucy and Chicken move into this center more of this main room, you start to hear echoes of, "She returns, she returns, she returns. Prophecy, prophecy is in motion. Stop it. He is here, he who wields the staff." As from these statues, you see spectral ghostly forms coming out from the stone. There are 4 different elves that come out. They look similar to these statues they come out of, but now they are covered in moss, vines, mushrooms, even lily pads, all joined tightly around their spectral forms. "You seek the staff of Seraphis. You may not have it. It is placed in our tomb. Set it free, and we do not grow."
Stuff of what now?
What happened?
Everyone, roll initiative. Saucy and Chicken, we'll say you're in middle of the room while the rest have just entered. And there are these 4 ghostly apparitions.
Hey, Saucy and Chicken, what's your initiative bonus?
-1.
Oh, sick. Okay, so we roll, we take the average, and then we add +2, because that'll be in between of both of ours.
That sounds good.
Booker, I think you could add guidance to your initiative.
I got 19.
I rolled a 16.
So that'd be 17 + 2, 19.
Look at us go.
17.
5 + 3 from the guidance, so 8.
We start with Saucy and Chicken.
Can we see where the key goes?
You guys see that there's a doorway at the end of this room.
Do you want to just make a run for it and I'll provide some cover fire? I don't know if I can hold the key on my own.
Full send it. Here we go.
And I'm running.
You're just running for the door to throw the key in?
Yep.
Reach the door, throw the key in, and turn it. You weren't that far away. You turn that key, big lock falls off, and the door opens, and you see almost looks like a large coffin.
Oh, this isn't what I was expecting in here, and I don't know if this was what I wanted to do.
As that door opens, Ashera, you do notice that this is exactly the tomb that you saw the elven woman with the blue hair put the staff into.
While he runs past the two ghosties, I'm going to shoot an arrow at both of them.
Roll me 2 attacks.
Yeah, you fucking kidding me. Isn't that one for the first one? The second one is a 3 + 9, so 12.
12 hits.
Oh, thank God. Ooh. 8 piercing damage
8 piercing.
on the bottom right ghost as I leap off of Saucy the chicken and do a little pew-pew mid-air, one to either side to hopefully provide some cover fire for Saucy and chicken. And then I take Saucy the chicken and I throw him at the ghost behind us, more towards the door. And Saucy the chicken is going to go for a peck attack for 15.
15 hits.
That's 1 piercing damage.
You're able to take that longbow. You see this one shot goes straight through the spectral form of the first one. The second one goes straight through the spectral form, but it hits some of the vines that have been creeping up slowly, and you see a break, and a chunk of these vines that are spectral breaks off of this being. Same thing with Saucy the chicken. You throw it at the other ghost, and it's able to just bite off one of these flowers.
Good job, Saucy.
Hey, Mom, can you tell these guys to go away? And I'm gonna turn undead. Around me, you see like a large, radiant dragon, full-blown dragon appear for like a second and shout, "Go!" Turn undead it would hit the 2 that are closest to me. Anything that can see or hear me within 30 feet.
And what does Turn Undead do?
As an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer censoring the dead. Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. A turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action. That's a lot.
Both fail.
Sick.
Both of the ones closest to the tomb are turned. Ashera, that is your turn.
I am going to present my braided staff, slam the base of it on the stone floor, and shout, "Eotrom!" and cast daylight from my staff for a 60 feet radius of shining bright light, and I'm going to step between all of the ghosts towards the middle of the room.
Oh, that sucks for me. I can't see anything in here.
You can't see in light.
It burns.
It does?
We have sunlight sensitivity.
Oh.
You are able to cover the entirety of this temple. Booker.
Don't know how to adventure. I'll show you adventure. Pull my warhammer out and I run towards the closest one.
This is one that's not turned, but is in the daylight. It's illuminating the vines all around it. You're going to have advantage on this attack.
Yes. Thank you, because I just rolled a 2. 11 to hit.
11 doesn't hit.
Oh my god.
You do still have your second attack.
I do have
though.
a second attack. just too bright in here. Turn it down. I can't see. 24 to hit.
Yes, very much hits. Booker runs up, completely whiffs, smacks into this pillar here, and it just clangs loudly like everyone knows you whiffed.
Is this how you adventure?
Well,
It's just a little rusty. It's been a couple days. Yeah. 9 damage.
That is our little ghostly friend's turn. 2 of them try to rush out of the temple. As they rush out of the temple, they hit the stairway and they completely disappear.
oh,
I did it.
we got him so good.
Our mom is so strong.
They basically rush away from Saucy and Chicken. Once they hit that doorway, it's like they weren't allowed to live there anymore. The other 2, on the other hand, are still alive and well. One is right next to Booker, is going to be attacking with disadvantage in all of this sunlight. That's an 8 to hit you, Booker.
No.
And then the other one is going to rush up and try to go after Ashera. 8 to hit you, Ashera.
No.
These things are pretty slow. You can see they're almost being tied down by these vines and all of this flora that has succumbed to their spirit as they attack you. Next, we finally have Doran. who has a small staff on him, like a small quarterstaff. Okay, and looks like he shoots a little blast of fire at the one that rushed up to you, Ashera, and does hit for 3 damage. We are back to the top of the order with Saucy and Chicken. There are 2 of these spirits still remaining.
I'm gonna have Saucy the chicken just come up real quick to the one behind Ashera and just do a little pack. Nope, that's a 3. Oh wait, he has advantage because he has pack tactics. That's a 12.
12 is the AC.
1 piercing damage. Saucy the chicken, what do we do?
I think we gotta hit it. Just hit it a lot. I'm running up and I'm smacking it with my mace. What do I roll with here? Because I have disadvantage.
Disadvantage, advantage, straight roll?
Cool. Natural 20 for that one. Excellent. Very good. 14 damage.
You swipe right through this being, and the mace carries all of those vines, pull it all off of it, like pulling weeds from the ground, and this being breathes in and then disperses. You can see that the statues in this room, all of these spectral ones that have dispersed so far, the statues where they came from, their eyes are now glowing.
Now that's an adventurer.
I don't know if I did anything because I can't see anything, but it sounded good.
Why don't you do that to the next one? Bet you can't do it again.
Is this ghost still alive?
There is 1 ghost still alive near Booker.
I'm gonna take 2 shots at it with the longbow. Oh my god, a nat 20.
Saucy and chicken!
The second one's a 10, so that's fine. Oh my god, literal max damage. 20 piercing damage.
They are yours, and I'm going to let you do this all at once if you'd like.
My sprint up from there was run, jump off of the back of Saucy and Chicken with Saucy the Chicken in my hands. I grab him, jump off your back, throw it at the other one, and then come down with the mace while you
take the longbow and shoot it right between his legs. So as he goes up, the arrow goes through, and as he comes down and slams, my arrow pierces just at the same time, a nice little thwack echo.
They return to these statues with these golden eyes, and the spectral visions come back, just like they did the first time, but now completely in their elven forms, not being overtaken by the swamp plants. They speak more coherently now. And one of them looks at you, Ashera. You are her descendant, Alar, the one to leave the staff with us.
Alar? Is that my mother?
Older descendant.
How long? Elves live a long time.
Long time. We are the staff's keepers. We were to protect it from all those evil and good until Alar herself came back to retrieve the staff when it was needed once again.
The staff of Seraphis.
It lies in the tomb beyond.
What does it do?
Can repel the undead.
Well, you can do that, Saucy and Chicken.
It was a neat trick, but this is a beacon of hope.
Our mom is really good at bringing hope and stuff. She's the one that got the things out.
Yeah, is she a dragon?
Yeah, she's pretty saucy.
Biggest chicken I've ever seen.
What color dragon? Could I see the color?
Gold.
Okay, great. Where is Alar now? I mean, no, not Alar's long gone, I'm sure. Do you know my mother?
No.
Oh, shoot.
We expected Alar would return herself, and instead we got her descendant.
Me? Or my mother?
You. Though this poses a problem, she was not able to wield its power. She was just the one to store it here. It is said only the true King of Morngate can wield the power of the staff.
King of Morngate?
Yes, Seraphis was once the King of Morngate. He kept peace between the north and south. Alar sent out to find Seraphis' descendants, but there was a rebellion, a coup, a long war in Morngate, and the new leading family took over. The true descendants of Seraphis were either killed or hidden away. Alar sent out to find them.
Any of you from Morngate?
Dorn, does this sound familiar to you?
Booker, I don't know if the king told you. I'm the true king of Morngate.
Excuse me?
That's a twist.
What a twist.
I've never been to Morngate, but my family was overrun and we were originally the royal family of Morngate. And then once Seraphis died, there was a coup and we were attacked. We had to go into hiding. Then I was born and I've just been told I've been the king of Morngate all along, which is one of the reasons I wanted to come with you with this, because Morngate is now working with the Soulless.
Why would you withhold this from me?
I needed to, from everyone I could, or else I would have assassins sent after me no matter where I went.
And you don't quite seem the type that could keep a secret. No offense.
Anything else you'd like to share with the class?
Maybe they can give us some more information?
Yes, you say the Soulless are back. They once tried to gain power in Myria, using powerful magic to bring back those who have long passed, and use what is left of their bodies to overrun towns and take control. Alar and Seraphis stopped them long ago, but discovered they wanted much more than power but to run all of Myria with the undead. The prophecy states the Soulless would come back and Alar and Seraphis would be here to defend Myria from the undead army. If the staff was ever to be taken by someone who desires evil or works with the Soulless, then all of Myria and its connecting realms would be destroyed. Alar and Seraphis may not be here, but their descendants show up together in search of the staff. That seems like a prophecy to me.
We just need to figure out where they will strike next. I don't think we go to Morngate because we will be killed on sight. Well, at least I will. Do you know anything else about what the plan is?
If they plan on creating an undead army, they would need a powerful vessel of energy to summon an entire army of the undead. With that, they would need a place with many bodies to return life to.
When the revolution was happening, there was a large battle between my family's armies and the armies of the rebels. During that time, an undead dragon came to life, killed both of the armies in one location. It's now known as the Red Plains. The dirt runs red with blood. We always knew the dragon was created by the Soulless. We thought it was a waste at the time. It's on the other side of the mountains. The only way through is through Morngate, where we'll be killed on sight, unless we go over the mountains. And I think that's our only option.
Oh.
Sounds like we should probably avoid this Myria place.
This is Myria. We're in Myria right now.
Oh no! We gotta get out of here.
There's nowhere to go.
All of this is Myria.
How do we not know that?
It seems like you guys don't know a lot of things.
Well, at least we can hit things.
And we're adventurers.
So we need to go in there? And you need to get the staff?
Oh, I got that. And he just holds up the staff.
Oh!
It feels really powerful.
Yes. Good. Good sign.
Can it teleport us through the mountain?
He's hitting it against the ground, starts swinging it around his head.
Oh, that's cool.
And you feel this little bit of a magical essence when he does that. You see the spirit almost shudders. Not now.
Not now. What was that?
It destroys the undead. You will need it for the Soulless.
Okay. And that's all it does? It can't get us past the mountains?
It is powerful in many ways, but the mountains are mountains.
And I'm guessing these said mountains have plenty of danger and adventure in them?
Oh, they apparently hold terrible beasts that prey upon any who enter.
Oh, wonderful.
Just another weekend to me.
It's what my dad used to say, because Morngate is the connection between the north and south, and the only other way to get between the two is the mountains. The mountains are dangerous, so that's why Morngate's so awesome.
Well, if the rest of you aren't too chicken to go to the mountains, I say we head there now.
Hey.
Have you ever been to the mountains? Have you ever been outside your castle?
Castles? I've been to lots of castles. I've been to lots of towns. You saw me in a town just recently. Mountains you have to go through to get to other towns. So yes, I've been on a mountain.
Castles are kind of like building mountains.
So I've been at plenty of mountains.
What did he mean when he said, if you're not chicken? Because we might be.
That means we're not invited.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll take our snacks and go then.
No. We'll need you. He was just being rude, okay? Don't listen to him. Ever.
Oh.
Listen, if we are able to stop this and take back Morngate, I'll own an entire city. Do you know how many snacks are in an entire city?
No.
A lot more than you've ever seen.
Have we been to cities before?
We went to that one place that had, 3 big buildings.
We can talk about it soon.
Okay.
Let's be on our way.
The camera pans out, showing the party leaving the ruins and heading back through the swampland, through the forest, back through Harmstead, through the plains, through hills. What do we see from each of you in this montage of travel?
Clearly, Booker is trying to show how much of an adventurer he is and how good he is at traveling. So he will be leading the way, most likely screwing it up along the way, but trying not to look like he's screwing it up.
A lot of eye rolling from Ashera.
There's this image of you guys stopping at a creek to drink water. Booker is trying to barehanded catch fish with his hands and is just continually missing. Doran comes over and projects a hand that just grabs a fish out of it and starts cooking it along the way and sharing it with Saucy and Chicken.
Ashera is frequently, creating the fires and stuff for cooking. Magically.
Saucy and Chicken being just general nuisances to the group. Not on purpose, but it's just kind of what happens. Because we're curious and we're sniffing around and we're biting things.
Mainly each other.
There's a lot of little scenes of us just fighting.
It's like 2 cats, just playtime.
The camera shows a couple of these different scenes before it shows a massive settlement with a large gate, like a fortress built into a mountain face. The mountain range is massive with these cold peaks and sheer cliffs. The camera pans away from the settlement and zooms in on the party. You all have made the cold way up to the top of the mountain range, bundled up a bit now, red in the face, panting. You're able to see the first real area of flat ground you've seen in a while. Very little foliage here, mostly just rocky and covered in snow. There does seem to be somewhat of a path to make your way to the other side of the mountains where you'll have to get down. And as you're all moving through the mountains, you find it tough to move through the snow, especially Saucy and Chicken being much smaller. Need to push through the snow, hike up their legs really high as you move northward to get to the north side of the mountains. As you crest a particularly angular area of mountains, you see ahead of you is a body in the snow. It looks humanoid. It's covered in a very thin layer of snow, blood soaked into the snow and spread everywhere around it.
Oh. Does this look fresh then if it's on top of the snow?
Even from here, you can see it's pretty fresh. It's got a little dusting of snow on it, but nowhere near as deep as the rest of the snow around here.
Familiar face at all?
Impossible to tell. You don't see any distinguished markings. You do see that the wounds have been made by something large and sharp. With general perception, just looking around, there are hoof marks in the snow next to it. Viscera has been torn out. This was mangled.
Can I tell what sort of creature left these hoof marks?
Give me perception and nature.
Oh god. Perception's a natural 1 + 6, and nature is a 13.
Nature, you definitely know that these beings, they have hooves, but they're very thin. You would expect the size of deer or maybe a stag, not something like a moose, but that doesn't really make sense for being this cold and up all the way on the top of these mountains, and especially not for the type of whatever has been destroyed through this body.
This is very strange.
What is everyone's passive perceptions?
16.
12.
14.
11.
Especially Ashera and Saucy and Chicken, who has the higher perception. You hear behind you a little bit of movement in the snow, and you see a being. Mostly white and gray coat. It looks like a stag or a deer with wings. These kind of long, sharp antlers. But as it opens its mouth, there are sharp teeth with fangs like a panther. This one that is stalking you from behind has blood and viscera coming from out of its mouth. but especially Ashera. You start to look deeper into the mountains around you, and you start to see more of these things appearing. Easily 24 of the beasts are sneaking around the cliffs nearby, overlooking this area. Many have blood coming from their mouths.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
I think we made the wrong choice.
Booker?
We've got a bit of company, methinks.
Monsters. Everywhere. I'm casting guidance on Saucy and Chicken.
Clarify.
I can't.
A couple of them from the mountains take off into flight and start circling around.
Run? I think we just have to run.
As you see a bunch of these come out, and there's like a herd of 10 of them in front of you as they all start rushing at you.
I hop on Saucy.
You guys start rushing down the other side of this mountain. On the other side, it's a little less steep. You are running as fast as you can. With this, if there's any time you don't want to be taking dash actions, let me know. Each round, we're going to be rolling complications for this chase. These beasts are following you. Some are flying. Some are running up behind you. They're a certain distance behind you, so the more speed you lose, stuff like that can cause different complications to happen. We're going to start with Saucy and Chicken. Roll me a d20.
1.
You guys start rushing down the mountain. You see ahead of you, there's patches of ice. There's crevices you're dodging. There are all of these beasts following you. They are mad, they are ravenous, they are swooping down, and they're in this large herd. Think Lion King, as there is this loud earthquake. Shakes the entire mountain. And as you're running, you look behind you, and coming from the mountain itself is this giant brown worm. Mouth 100-foot wide as it bursts through the mountain and swallows all of these beasts whole.
Oh.
As it falls down, crashes into the mountain a couple 100 feet behind you as it begins chasing you. With that, we're going to move to the next complication table very early.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Great.
You guys all move your 60 feet.
Wait, I have an action.
You want to use an action instead of a dash?
Yes. I want to wild shape into a war horse.
Whoa.
So I'm 30 feet behind for now, but from now on I have a 60-foot speed.
Other Saucy and Chicken. Roll me a d20 for a complication.
18.
18 means there is no complication this round. Everyone gets to move their full movement. This giant worm beast is coming at you, and there are these loud cracks, and it's just breaking through the few trees that are here, shattering parts of the mountain.
I'm actually going to keep pace with everybody. I'm watching to see if anyone has an issue, and if they do, I will try to scoop them up.
I would like to turn around and throw an egg at the big old worm, casting Hunter's Mark, so I can keep a track of it, in case it goes underground or anything.
Wow.
That is 2 rounds down. Booker, I'm going to have you roll me a d20 for this complication.
Oh my, natural 20.
There we go.
That's another round with no complications. Does anyone have anything else they want to do during this time?
If anyone wants to get on me, well, I can't talk, but you guys can tell that I am available for riding.
I would have thrown Saucy on the back of you because Saucy's speed is only 10.
Oh, no.
Were you like carrying Saucy in the meantime?
Yeah.
Wait, Saucy as in...
The chicken.
The chicken.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why my brain was saying the chicken was named Chicken.
Oh, no.
No, chicken's named Saucy.
That's our mom.
Ashera, why don't you roll me the next complication?
4.
This entire mountain is starting to vibrate and change and crack. Ahead of you is a giant cloud of this snow that gets popped up. It's just snow. It doesn't look sharp or anything, but it is dense, it is thick, and it gets up and into everyone's eyes. I'm going to ask that everyone make a Constitution saving throw.
Right.
That's not good.
Oh, dear.
That's really not good.
7.
10.
I got a dirty 0.
6.
22.
Booker's the only one that passes. Everyone else is partially blinded. They will have disadvantage on just their next check within 1 minute. Back to Saucy and Chicken. Roll me another complication.
17.
Is high enough that there's no complication.
Oh my god.
All right, Saucy and Chicken. Looks like you're getting much closer to the end of this mountain.
15.
You see ahead of you, or you're getting to this more bottom portion of this mountain. There's this cracking. You can hear it all around you. It's very loud. It's not just ice, it's full stone that's breaking, and you can see the terrain ahead of you starts to collapse in on itself. I'm going to have everyone roll me perception as they're running, and you all have disadvantage other than Booker.
12.
4.
9.
3.
Ashera, you do not lose any speed. You are able to find an area very quickly to be able to get around this. Saucy and Chicken, the one who got a 9, you are losing 15 feet of movement this round because of how long it took you to find a way around this terrain collapse. Booker and Saucy and Chicken are losing 30 feet.
Oh my god.
You're all within 30 feet of each other. Booker is the slowest right now. Booker, close to the bottom of the mountain. Give me a d20 roll.
Ooh, 18.
18's enough for no complications. You guys rolled so well on this. You make your way down the mountain as there's a final loud collapse of the ground behind you. There is a loud roar from the beast as it falls back into the belly of the mountain as the ground beneath it collapses. You continue to run further and further as this avalanche of snow and stone it was bringing with it just stops feet from you as you're all standing freely on the northern side of these mountains. Wonderful show. You see a small dwarven woman sitting on a cart being pulled by an ox just 5 feet from where the avalanche ended.
It fell into the belly of the earth. Oh my god.
That was the biggest worm I've ever seen, and I go fishing a lot.
I think that's the biggest worm there is.
That was quite close, but we've had closer calls, haven't we?
We need to go. I don't know who you are.
Hi.
Saucy and Chicken are already crawling into the cart.
Oh, okay. Hitching a ride then. Where are y'all off to?
Swarming here.
Can you turn the heat up a little bit?
I'm sorry. I'm Booker. You might be who?
Mandy.
It's nice to meet you, Mandy.
Can you please not go through my things back there? You can have some of the hay if you're interested.
That'll do. And you'll start munching on some hay.
Where are you all going?
We're trying to get to the Red Plains.
All right, that's not dangerous, but that's fine. I can take you close to the Red Plains.
I'll try to sit up right next to her.
Do you know how to run one of these?
Just start grabbing the reins.
No. Immediately, there's like this fight in the front of the cart. Ashera, are you chilling as a horse?
Yes.
There is going to be quite a lot of travel here. There's time for short rest. Ashera, about an hour later, you're trotting along carrying Chicken. All of a sudden, you turn back from a horse, and Saucy the chicken is on top of your head, caught a little bit in your hair.
Saucy.
Ozzy. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Let me get him down from there.
No, it's alright, it's fine. I like birds.
Is a chicken a bird?
Yeah, that's a chicken.
A chicken is a type of bird.
That doesn't seem right.
What do you think it is?
It's a chicken.
It's a chicken.
Wait, are we birds?
I can't fly, can you?
I don't think so. I haven't tried in a while. Mom could fly.
She could. Why didn't she make us fly?
Yeah, how come you can't fly? If your mum can.
No wings.
Yeah.
Were they trimmed?
I hope not.
No, I don't think so. I haven't seen any scars or nubs on his back. I could try to fly.
Relax, we have a long way to go. You're able to all take a short rest. The ox and the cart take you close to the Red Plains before dropping you off and allowing you to make the rest of the way by foot. As you move towards Red Plains, you notice that red might not be the best name for this area. It's much more of a maroon and a dark, dusty ground. This area is mostly flat, but a bit recessed. Ahead, there is a dark cloud of black and green smoke spiraling perfectly into the sky, covering the bright sky you had seen before and casting this shadow across Myria. Ahead, there is a group of large rocks, big enough to walk on. You move your way to these rocks and climb up them and see about 100 feet ahead of you a man clothed in dark black, golden teeth shining from here. A woman with this purple hair, wrapped and bound in chains, floating 50 feet up in the pillar of smoke. The man cries with laughter as he looks at you all standing atop the rocky outcropping. Myria will be mine! Alar and Seraphis are no longer here. Your ancestors can't save you now. As the rest of this pillar of smoke rises up into the air, it heads through the woman bound in chains and forms a large storm cloud above the Red Plains. The cloud begins to pour this black rain to the ground, and as it pools, there is movement all about the dusty sands here. Skeletal beings stand from their resting places, hundreds of them all at once, as they rush towards the rocky outcropping you are all standing on.
I'm gonna start doing it. This is the ritual. We should be close enough. Just keep them off me.
Yeah, do the thing, please. Go.
Roll initiative.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I can't today. I just rolled another 1.
So did I.
Our average is 2.
+2.
4 for Saucy and Chicken.
12.
Our whole crew just initiativeless.
Hundreds of these skeletons rushing towards you. They're struggling to climb up this rocky outcropping, but one of the largest does first. It looks like the large skeleton of a minotaur.
Oh my god, I didn't look at Roll20.
Oh my god.
We are starting with Ashera rolling me a d6.
Oh god. All right. 5.
Ooh, not a good start. 5 of these skeletons are able to climb up onto the rocky outcropping. And then we have our Minotaur's turn, who is the first up and onto the rocky outcropping and makes a gore attack against Booker. You happen to be closest. Ooh, that's a 11.
No.
And that is the only attack this thing can take. Immediate miss, dodge just out of the way. Ashera, you are up. Saucy and Chicken, you're on deck.
I am going to start swirling my own staff above my head and yelling, Storm Slayer! And casting Sleet Storm.
Ooh.
So a 20-foot tall cylinder, 40-foot radius. I just suppose in the middle, covering the most skeletons I can. Freezing rain and sleet is falling.
I only rolled a 2, so I'm going to say that one of these skeletons that has just gotten up onto the rock falls off back down because of how wet this top of this rock ends up being. You can see a lot of them are falling to the ground. It looks like they're going to have a harder time reaching this rock.
It is concentration, so keeping it up. The ground is covered with slick ice, making it difficult terrain. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, must make a dexterity saving throw. On a fail, it falls prone. And if it starts its turn in the area and is concentrating on a spell, has to make a constitution saving throw, but I don't think that's an issue.
I'm just going to say they auto-fail for ease of use.
Wonderful.
Saucy and Chicken.
Mom! I scream for Mom again. And I'm throwing out another turn undead for everything that's within 30 feet of me.
We're going to roll the Minotaur, the skeletons that are on the rock, and then the skeletons within 30 feet on the outside, all separately. Minotaur is first. It's a 15 -1.
Oh! That doesn't hit my threshold.
Minotaur is scared. There's 4 of these skeletons here. They have a +0. That's a 6. And then the skeletons within 30 feet is a 9. Every undead within 30 feet of you, which just to eyeball is about 60.
What are the chances that these skeletons are a CR of 1/2?
Or less.
Why?
Because I can instantly destroy them if they are
Oh my God.
1/2 or less.
Oh, shit.
It just starts deleting them.
Yes.
Get out
Let's
of here.
go.
Oh my God.
Thanks, Mom.
Damn.
Literally hundreds of skeletons just shatter into all of these different bones. The Minotaur skeleton is still here and alive, is going to be running away from you soon.
For the flavor of that, it looks much like the one from before, but just larger. Like the radiant, spectral, shining dragon comes out, shines bright, and says, "Leave my sons alone." That is what the burst of energy shatters all those skeletons, and they just crumple.
I shouldn't throw Saucy into the mix of this. So I'm going to stay on top of Saucy. We're going to take out my longbow, take out a very special arrow that I have that has all sorts of different feathers from Saucy. We're going to cast a 2nd level Hail of Thorns, and I'm firing right into the crowd. I was like, there's no way I can miss at this point. It's going to be 2nd row in, and everyone within 5 feet of him has to make a dex save along with the person that I hit, hopefully.
That's a natural 20.
Does a 14 hit?
14 does hit, yes.
So at least I know it's going to hit. So they're going to take half then on a save. 7 plus... Oh, shit. 16, so 8. 15 total piercing damage to all 9. It's a hail of saucy feathers.
This hail of arrows comes down, all these feathers coming with it. A bunch of these skeletons get knocked to the ground.
I have one more attack, too. I might as well just shoot another longbow.
The large Minotaur is still with you, but it is within 5 feet of you right now.
You know what? Let's turn around and try. The first one is a 15, but I'll have disadvantage. Oh, yeah, that's a 26. So 15.
15 hits. Point blank attack on this Minotaur.
It's a 6. So after I just fire the hail of feathers, I just whip around and take a little bop.
Booker, that is you.
Booker just dodges when this Minotaur tries to gore him, just looks around and sees all of these skeletons just falling apart, and he's like, "Ha! Seems like all your friends are just dying to see me, aren't they?" And he just swings his warhammer at him. 10 for the first attack.
Miss.
Second attack, 23.
Warhammer feels like it cracks those bones real nice.
13 damage.
You hear a loud crack as you're able to break open one of these things' arms.
We're going to action surge. I'm attacking again. Oh, it feels so good. I just get the energy to go again. 17 for the first.
Hits.
16 for the second.
Hits.
24 altogether. Bludgeoning damage.
Exactly its HP.
Let's go. Damn.
Adventure this! Takes down one leg, shatters apart. It makes him fall to one side, and I take down the other leg, and it shatters, and he's just pelvis up. And as his head is right in front of me, I just baseball the head off.
It goes way into the distance, and you can see it just knocks like a bowling ball a couple more of these skeletons away. As the rest of what was holding the skeleton together goes away, and all of its bones crackle and clang to the ground.
Adventure!
With that, we are at the skeleton's turn, and you can see this large group of skeletons moves all together to help Swarm, who is going to roll to see if he can activate the spell. Saucy and Chicken, roll me a d20, +4.
13.
The spell does not go off, but the spell continues and gets easier. With that, we are back to the top of the order. Booker. We're going to roll for how many skeletons come up. Instead of rolling me a d6, I'm going to have you roll me 2d4 and take the lower one. You guys have destroyed so many of these things. There's the sleet storm. They have a hard time getting up here.
4 and then a 2, so 2.
2 skeletons get up onto the rock. Ashera at initiative 12. You can see that Doran is struggling to get this spell to go off.
I'm not going to worry about the ones on the rock right now. I'm going to take my staff and sort of stir it along the rock beneath me, lift it up high and slam it on the ground, saying, Talama Spreda! Cast Erupting Earth, a 20-foot cube on the right side, just exploding ground. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw.
Fails?
So they'll take 19 bludgeoning damage on a fail.
They are all destroyed.
Additionally, the ground in that area becomes difficult terrain. I keep the sleet storm going.
Saucy and Chicken.
Our mum believes in you guys. You can do it. And the residual radiance that's raining down is going to land on Doran and Ashara and Booker as I cast Bless. So you guys get a d4 whenever you make an attack roll or saving throw. And I'm hiding in the middle of everyone. Get out of the way.
I had an arrow aimed with all of Saucy's feathers on it right at the people in front of me, but then the earth started to explode, so I just whip it around and I aim a shot at the other side. We're gonna go for this guy right here, this little clump that's going on the northwestern side of the rock face. Can they make a dex save, please? Oh wait, I should see if I should hit first. That's a natural fucking 20.
It's definitely going to hit.
Yeah.
The dex save's a 14.
That does pass, but it is gonna be 2d8 plus 4d10.
They die. Another one of these feathered arrows goes up into the air, splits into multiple with those feathers of Saucy Chicken coming down.
24 piercing damage from the big ol' splody feather arrow.
Destroys them all.
Oh, and I have another one. We'll take out just a quick little arrow. 26. I'll turn to my south and see one climbing up right behind me, 10 feet away, and we'll bonk that guy quick. 6 piercing damage.
Booker, that is your turn. Right now you have 2 of these skeletons on the rocks around you. And the army of skeletons outside is slowly being defeated.
None get past me. And I'll run forward to the closest one. Oh, that's a 19.
That hits.
Oh, God. 8 damage for that first one?
Because it is a warhammer, you're able to crash through the entire body.
Oh, yes. As I move to the next. 15.
That hits. This one's already limping. You can see one of those arrows that Saucy and Chicken just put right into its chest cavity.
9.
Same thing, able to crash right through it. With that, it would be the skeleton's turns, and they are moving closer and closer around these rocks for you, but there are none on the rocks to attack you, meaning we are at Doran's turn. Now, technically, this is just a spellcasting ability check, but I like the use of Bless on Doran. Saucy and Chicken, why don't you roll me a d20 plus 4 and a d4?
17 plus 4 plus 1, 22.
You hear, in this madness, Booker comes down and is just destroying these skeletons left and right, clanging against his shield, knocking them to the ground. You two are lower on these rocks, attacking, trying to space these monsters as best away as you can. These skeletons, just push them away. Ashera's doing her part as Doran finishes the spell. There's this massive shockwave that obliterates each skeleton as it comes closer and closer to the group of you. The bones are torn apart from each other by this magical projection of energy as this shockwave blows, and you can see it across the battlefield as just layer and layer and layer of this army that's ahead of you just knocks to the ground. The sound of bones hitting each other echoes as this shockwave disrupts not only the skeletons but the clouds above. You can see from here the woman, Eloise, drops from the pillar of smoke as the pillar disperses into thin air. As you all rush over through the battlefield, through the bones, what is left here, you check upon Eloise and you can see she is breathing but unconscious. And this man, the soulless, you see his form lying upon the ground. As you rush over and you shift his black clothing, you find no body. only a black cloak left upon the ground, as worry spreads across Doran's face. The camera flies upward into the sky, showing the far-off reaches of Myria in the distance, as the scene fades to black. And for today, that's a wrap.
Okay. Setting up the sequel.
Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this one-shot of Through the Realms of Myria. We do fun one-shots like this every single month over on patreon.com/castparty for a huge backlog of craziness, including Cat's Party, Enter the Puncheon, one-page dungeons, sessions where one of the cast DMs, and so much more. Head on over to patreon.com/castparty. Patreon is the best way to support us, and thank you all for your support. So please go in there and join us, whether it be for our free tier or paid tiers to get access to all of our extra content. We promise you won't be disappointed. Thank you all again for 3 years of Cast Party, and we hope you enjoy the rest of Anniversary Month. Don't forget about merch, don't forget about Patreon, don't forget about all the awesome extra stuff you'll be getting this month. And with that, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Put it in a chicken.